Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of English Time with Kyle Miller. It's English time. I hope you're ready for some English. And today, probably a short one because I'm a bit short on time today. And it is Saturday as I'm recording. Normally, I do these on Thursday, release them on Friday. The week gets busy. Yesterday, the last couple days, I haven't had time. So it's Saturday morning, and I'm getting ready in about 45 minutes. I'll be with my conversation club members in the English Collective, so I'll have to keep it quick, but hopefully I can get this recorded and uploaded on time. So let's get into it. It's English Time with Kyle Miller. All right, today on the show, I thought I would talk about, I think, a very interesting topic. It's a grammar topic. It is a grammar topic, but one that I think if you really master and you think about, you can kind of unlock, right? Desbloquear, much greater agility. And it sort of relates to the present perfect tense and how we use it and the difference between the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. But in order to do that, but before we can consider that, we should make sure we understand what the present perfect tense is, how we use it, when we use it, and also compare it to the way you may use it in Spanish or its equivalent in Spanish. Okay, so if I say, for example, yesterday, and the typical drill that I would do with my students is to say, yesterday I ate 2 apples. And so far today, I have eaten, he comido, 2 manzanas también. I have eaten 2 apples today also, right? I have eaten 2 apples today. So notice I said so far, en lo que va del día, en lo que va de hoy, en lo que va de esta semana, hasta ahora. So anytime you have this idea of so far, lately, recently, we will use the present perfect tense, right? So far, lately, recently, últimamente. So what we're talking about with this, it's important. We're talking about, we have to use the present perfect because of the period of time we are in, not the action. So the period of time is continuing. The period of time started in the past and goes up to the present inclusive. It is a present tense. Por eso se llama present perfect. It is a present tense. It is a type of present. It is up to now inclusive. I have eaten 3 apples en lo que va del día so far today, because today continues. Okay? Now, this explanation may seem obvious to you. It may not. But the apples are finished. The apples are in my stomach. But the day continues, so we use the present perfect. Now, yesterday, I ate 2 apples. Okay, comí. So yesterday is finished, so I need I need simple past. So notice it's not about the apples. It's about the period of time that I'm referring to, okay? So, for example, I could say, I eat apples. Yo como manzanas. No como peras, pero sí como manzanas. I don't eat pears, but I eat apples. I don't eat pears, but I eat apples. Yesterday, I ate an apple. Lately, I've eaten a lot of apples. I drink Pepsi, but I don't drink Coke. Yesterday, I drank 1 glass of Coca-Cola. So far today, I haven't drunk Coca-Cola. Okay, so this is the present perfect simple. How do we use the present perfect? How do we form it? Well, we have our subject. So let's think of that sentence. I have drunk 2 glasses of Coca-Cola this week. He bebido. So and then we have the verb to have, and we conjugate it conjugate it just like the normal verb to have in the present, right? I have, like I have a book. My brother has a book. He has a book. He has drunk. So if you think of the conjugation of the verb to have, la conjugación del verbo to have, lo usamos, ¿vale? Sujeto más el verbo to have conjugado, luego el participio, que eso es el tercer conjugación del verbo. Eso, go, went, gone, cut, do, did, done. Ese tercero se llama el participio. It's the participle, the participle. So we have the subject, the verb to have, and then we have the participle, el participio, okay? So a good way to practice, and, well, you have a few things to understand. When to use it. Es como aprender el subjuntivo en español. People say, oh, but that's a subjunctive, Kyle. Okay. Hay dos cosas. And I always tell them, but there's two things that make the subjunctive difficult. You have to know how to do it, and you have to know when to do it, when to use it. And it's the same with the present perfect. How to use it and when to use it, okay? So, because sometimes, for example, in Spanish, you'll say, estoy aquí desde hace 20 minutos. And in English, we have to say, ¿cómo se dice eso en inglés? Pues, I've been here for 20 minutes. No se puede decir, has dicho en voz alta, I am here since, porque estoy aquí, claro, pero no, hay que pensar en la regla. The action started in the past and continued up to the present inclusive. Oh, that's present perfect. Eso no es present simple. And no, I don't know why you say in Spanish, estoy aquí desde hace 20 minutos. Es como decir, he estado aquí desde hace 20 minutos. Entiendo que en español se dice, estoy aquí desde hace 20 minutos, pero en inglés no podemos hacer eso, right? We have to say, I have been here for 20 minutes. I've been here for 20 minutes. Es rojo. Es rojo. ¿Cómo se dice es rojo? It's red. Claro, es rojo. Aquí no hay trampa. Es rojo, it's red. Es rojo desde que fundamos la compañía. It has been red since we founded the company. Yeah, it's red. It's been red since we founded the company. Okay? La conozco. I know her. La conozco desde que vine aquí. I've known her since I came here. Vienen aquí a menudo. They come here often. Vienen aquí a menudo desde que encontraron este lugar. They've been coming here since they found this place. Now, we often have the word since with present perfect too. Since, desde, right? So, desde, since. Y since va seguido por un momento, ¿vale? Un momento puntual en tiempo, algo en pasado. En el pasado, pero vamos a usar la frase en present perfect, ¿vale? So, I've been here since. I have been here since 10 o'clock. I've been talking since the start of the podcast. I've been sitting in this chair since 9:30. I've known him since 1995. I've known Richard Vaughn since 2003. 2002, in fact. I've known Richard since 2002. That's true. Okay. So there we have that important difference between the present simple and the present continuous. Present perfect. Okay. And then we have, las ventas. Las ventas han subido. Sales have risen. Or sales have gone up. Que han subido últimamente. Sin decir últimamente, pero piensa en esa idea de últimamente, lately. Okay, they have gone up. So when we use since, when we use recently, when we use lately, when we use so far. Así son pistas. Y eso ayuda mucho, pensar en esas pistas, esas palabras que indica, vale, claro que ahora tiene que ser present perfect. Okay? So it's been, I've been talking for 20 minutes. No, it's not true. I've been talking for 10 minutes. 10 and a half minutes. I have been talking for 10 minutes. Estoy hablando. I'm talking. Estoy hablando desde hace 10 minutos. I've been talking for 10 minutes. So for, hay que llegar a dominar también for y since y during, ¿vale? So for lo usamos para indicar un periodo de tiempo. Y for podemos usar en cualquier tiempo verbal. Podemos usarlo en el pasado. I was there. I was in the supermarket yesterday for 20 minutes. Tomorrow, I will be in the supermarket for 30 minutes. I'm sitting in this chair. I have been sitting in this chair for 15 minutes. Yesterday, I was sitting in this chair for 6 hours. Tomorrow, I will be sitting in this chair for 2 hours. Right? He cambiado de tiempo, pero el for siempre podemos usar. Durante, en ese sentido. Durante 2 horas, durante 15 minutos. He estado aquí, estaré ahí, estaré aquí, estuve aquí, durante. En ese caso, for, ¿vale? Nos indica una duración. No nos indica cuándo pasó algo, sino cuánto duró, ¿vale? Since, desde, que nos indica cuándo empezó algo que sigue en vigor, right? I'm here. I've been here for 20 minutes. I know him. Le conozco. I know him. I know Richard. I have known Richard for 23 years. I've known him for 23 years. I've known him since 2003 or whatever. Okay? Okay, so present perfect and simple past. Right? Le vi hace 3 segundos. Le vi hace 3 segundos, que es hace muy poco, ¿no? Pero le vi y ese periodo en que le estoy viendo se acabó. Se ha acabado, digo. So we could say I saw him 3 seconds ago. Le vi hace 3 segundos. Pasado simple. I saw him 3 seconds ago. No le he visto hoy. Que estamos hablando del día de hoy y seguimos en el día de hoy. Así que I haven't seen him today. ¿Qué has hecho hoy? What have you done today? ¿Qué hiciste esta mañana? Y es por la tarde. What did you do this morning? What did you do this morning? Si es por la tarde. What did you do this morning? ¿Y qué hiciste esta mañana? Si seguimos de mañana, son las 11:00. What have you done this morning? ¿Ves la diferencia? Es muy importante. Son cosas así que aunque parecen fáciles, and they're not hard, but if you master those things, you really gain an agility with these things. Así son las cosas que hay que dominar. Más que gastar tu tiempo con los adornos del idioma, ¿no? Más que gastar tu tiempo con los phrasal verbs. Los phrasal verbs son importantes, unos 200 phrasal verbs, una cosa así. Pero una lista de 5,000 no hace falta. Or vocabulary. Vocabulary that goes beyond, una lista de 200. Tampoco tantos. 100 or whatever, I don't know. But you don't need to. Phrasal verbs are overrated, sobrevalorados. People say, se usa todo el rato. Es mi asignatura pendiente. Yo tengo algo con esto que tengo que... No, lo que tienes que hacer es machacar lo básico y dominarlo. Lo que representa el 90% del idioma, domina eso antes de preocupar por los adornos, por favor. Muy importante, ¿vale? That's really important. And the present perfect is very important. Okay? So we also have this transition, in this grammar transition. So imagine I'm on an airplane. Estoy aquí en el avión. And I'm sitting in Barajas Airport. And I've decided, and I'm flying to Canada. No, I'm from, yo soy de Canadá. I'm from Canada, and I'm on a plane, and I'm flying to Canada. And I'm going to fly to Canada, and the person next, and I've decided, imagine, imagínate que pienso volver a mi país a vivir. I say, wow, it's been good. Or I've been in Spain. I've lived in Spain for 22 years. It's been great, but now it's coming to an end. Pero seguimos en Barajas, right? We're still on the runway. And then when the plane takes off, or maybe somewhere over the ocean, over the Atlantic Ocean, I have that same conversation, but with the person on my left. Con la persona aquí por la izquierda. And I say, yes, well, it was good. I lived in Spain for 22 years, and it was good. I met a lot of people. I ate a lot of paella. I went to San Fermines, and I partied in Las Fallas, and I had a great time. Pasado simple, right? I switched to the simple past porque ya no estoy en España. Estoy en el avión yendo ya a Canadá. Así que he cambiado el pasado simple. But in the first case, en el primer caso, sigo en España, aunque me queda 5 minutos de mis 20 y pico años. Me queda 5 minutos, pero aún sigo ahí. I've been here, okay? So I've been here for 22 years. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. I've done this. I've done that. I had a great time, or I've had a great time. And then some moment comes when I'm ready to realmente reconocer el hecho de que ya se acabó y cambio al pasado simple y empiezo a hablar de mi estancia en España en el pasado. So that's that sort of transition, that transitional moment. Okay? So so there's that. Then there's also the difference between the present perfect simple, right? I've eaten 3 apples so far today, and I've been eating apples. I've been eating apples all my life. Llevo toda mi vida comiendo manzanas. I have been eating apples all my life. So what do we need? What's the difference between the present perfect continuous and the present perfect simple? And that is a bit subjective as well. Hay casos en que se puede usar los dos, pero vamos a ver. I have known him all my life. No se puede decir I have been knowing him. Primera cosa, tenemos que tener un verbo de acción. We need an action verb, right? I'm standing on one foot. I have been standing on one foot for 3 minutes. I'm talking into the microphone. I have been talking into the microphone for 19 minutes. Okay? So we have an action verb. And the other thing that we have is this subjective idea that the action is going to continue into the future and beyond, right? So it's something, it's not implying, no implico que va acabando, ¿vale? Con el presente simple no es necesario que estoy implicando que acaba, pero es un poco más probable, puedo decir, okay? So imagine, I've lived in Spain for 18 years and it's been great. Pero imagínate una situación, or 20 years. So imagine the airplane situation again. En este caso, I'm just going to Canada on vacation. Voy de vacaciones a Canadá y voy a volver. En un mes o en 3 semanas voy a volver a España. So I say to the person, yeah, I've been living in Spain and it's been great. I've gone to a lot of festivals. I've met a lot of people. I've learned a lot of Spanish. I've eaten a lot of great food. Present perfect simple. The time in Spain is continuing, or the period in which I live in Spain is continuing. Ooh, that's present perfect. And it's present perfect, in this case, simple. Present perfect continuous. I've been living here. I've been. Yeah, I can say I've been. Excuse me if I didn't make that clear. But yeah, I have been living here. I've been meeting a lot of people. I've been doing a lot of things. Now, I've met a lot of people. Okay, no implica que voy a dejar de conocer a gente nueva. Pero si digo, I've been living here, eso implica que sigo viviendo ahí. I've been living here for years and I love it. I've lived here for years, but now it's time to move on. Soon I'm going to go back to Canada. Pero si digo, I have been living here, eso implica que estoy viviendo aquí y seguiré viviendo aquí. ¿Se entiende? So that present perfect continuous, we typically use to talk about things that are likely to continue into the future. Okay? And most importantly, we need an action verb. So to know someone is not an action verb. Like I know Richard Vaughn. I've known him for 22 years. No se dice, I have been knowing him. Eso no se dice, right? Because it's not an action verb. And also, I can't say, I'm going to stop knowing him. No, I know him. I'll always know him. I met him years ago, and now I know him. Por cierto, meet es conocer por la primera vez. Y luego to know es conocer, que le conozco. In present simple, I know him. Or present perfect, I have known him for 22 years. Okay? So these are some concepts that you should know. How to use present simple, how to use simple past, how to use present perfect, and these transitional moments between them. How we make this jump, cómo hacemos ese salto y escogemos correctamente el tiempo que queremos usar para dar la idea correcta al oyente. So it's not just applying the words, but choosing the right tense to give the right feeling, to give the right impression on the listener. Okay? Maybe I'm going to finish there. Let's translate 5 sentences before we go. Okay? Han llegado tarde muchas veces este año. They've arrived late. Dilo en voz alta. They've arrived late many times this year. Mm-hmm. ¿Ha habido algunas llamadas? Have there been any calls? Have there been any calls? Tengo dolor de cabeza desde que me levanté. I've had a headache since I got up. Not I have a headache since, but I have had a headache. Because it's present perfect, because the headache started in the past and continued up to the present, right? Okay? Me gusta ir a la playa. I like going to the beach. Oh, that was present simple. Vale, I like going to the beach, claro, muy fácil. Me gusta ir a la playa desde que encontramos este lugar. I've liked going to the beach since we found this place. Great. All right. I think we're going to finish, everybody. Present perfect. We ended up talking about the present perfect tense today. Hopefully you found this class interesting, this podcast interesting. Thank you for listening. And I am joining in a few minutes as I speak my conversation club. If you want to speak English with me every week, a couple times a week, in fact, or you want classes with me, join the English Collective. And you get about 25 classes for the price of one. Es una locura de valor. TheEnglishCollective.com. It is unbelievable value if you're an English learner. It doesn't matter if you have other courses. No es un curso de inglés. Es una comunidad en que sí hay clases, pero mucho más. Incluso las clases así. So instead of having I don't know, 300 or 400 euros for 25 classes. You get them for basically the price of an hour or two of classes. It is unbelievable. And then, of course, the Conversation Club, no tiene precio. So make sure that you're a member of the English Collective. There is nothing like it in the market. You can join it at theenglishcollective.com. I certainly recommend it. I'll be back. If you know anyone who wants to improve their English, I encourage you to share the podcast and also tell them about the English Collective and share the podcast. I appreciate that, and I will keep the content coming so you can continue to improve your English. Thanks for listening, everybody, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.